Now it's somewhere. Like something turns the stream off and on. It's just too many platforms. Can you believe I have a fucking grade that is top scored in social media and digital marketing? It's also one of the most boring things I ever studied. Except like science method was the greatest thing I ever. Like, why did I do this? And that is just necessity. And then most boring I think must be I think it is, where the fuck is the platform now? There we go. Like that must be like money. Yeah, budgeting. Business budgeting. I'm walking to the blah 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 blah. Fuck off! I hate this fucking doobie. And you wouldn't be believing me how many people that is working in budgeting that actually has to go to that subject that I actually met myself. Why is so many that is in this subject with me actually working as it? Why do they have to learn it doing it? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? And that point, where are we with the platforms? I have no clue. There we go. I have in the pit of despair. That is where we adhere to knowledge. Let's just have that pivotal point. When you don't know shit and you have an inner drive to learn shit, gift is that drive gives you something to question, to know you know nothing, at least to be a standing point where I'm like, which point do we start on this side or that side, or where are we now? Like, And in that light, I do have a degree of like top sky digital marketing, like social media shit. That is just important. Hi, you look not me like we are not going there. I don't know where we're going. We're gonna go through the pit of despair till we find out where that leads us. It's dangerous business going out your door. You take one look at our fucking browser, you don't know where you are, or what is playing or what is not playing, and then it's just like, oh god, where did I go? Labyrinth time. Let's just go. I don't know. But instead of having this like a window, what the fuck? And then I have like, oh god, many windows to be like, all of these sources need cleaning. But yeah, doing that needs actual time to do from the beginning in OBS, and I'm setting off a day or two to do that. Because that shit boring. Is this the one? Screen 2 is actually the one you can do. Because at the same time you can just like, yeah, I'm gonna put a browser down. Just a moment. I just have to orient me. Where the fuck did I go? I get lost in this social media cesspool. What the hell? It gets crowded sometimes. When you have like, oh yeah, was the one we were looking at. At least we had that one. I'm gonna put some music on, just something that is actually okay. Let's just start from the beginning here. At least we have something to view upon. But no, it doesn't fucking work. Cause shit, shut up. Of course, technically, if you have it in this focal point of one source being not good. Oh god, there we go. Is this the one? No? What the fuck is going on? Then we have to test this one. No, where did you go? Let's just take it on. Did you? Fuck you. I think I'm gonna just force you into actually listening to me, you piece of shit. I want to be like the technological geek that just like, hey, I can program you into actually listen to me when I'm just like mischievously bothered by every fucking technology error. I'm just inept at that point. Ugh. Need to actually do some work with that shit, because oh my god. Okay, you're not in the same way that it actually does not work. Fuck shit up. I think it is okay. Did it work? Oh, no, I don't. Fucking go through another window here. Oh lord. Yeah, there goes. So many options can get you like fucked up in the head. You're just like a fucked up old clock shit show. Just cannibalizing yourself like that's just too much. Let's take it back. Get an order. Sense of like coherency. Where the fuck do I start? We start with actually making a fucking cue. First I do you, then you put it into a fucking tune and it actually does itself. I can't think of everything at the same time. But if you do it in a tune, and if you have ADD like me, you're not actually doing the work, it just does you, but that makes it linear. But yeah. Can you believe I have fucking top grades in social media? And oh my lord, that goes into the pit of despair. It's the way you adhere to knowledge. You can never learn if you never are much with challenge in a way. What the fuck? Where do we start now? Well, we were actually putting in bots, so let's go to that shit show. Ooh. Let's start from there. Ooh, round to go up. This is annoying to me. Like, I just do it in a tune like this just to focus on it. It's not me that does it, but sometimes it just gets annoying because I can't even think without it, and doing it out loud, like, I don't even notice it sometimes. But yeah, I only do it like when I'm alone to the full capacity it actually is. Like, could be interfering with something. But do you speak to yourself? And if you ever speak to yourself, which language do you speaking? Because I had a fucking way to know that I'm actually fluent. My mother's tongue is Norwegian, but I spoke English after waking up from surgery. It's weird. Have I changed my main language? And what the fuck does that? How did that change? When? Because I usually don't have to actually go to the extent of actually having to translate, but sometimes it ended up being that way. Again, waking up from surgery was one of those points where I just like, I spoke English. Why? And every time the stresses get, that is also why I didn't translate that shit. Do I speak English now? Main language? No. It's just a preferred, I guess. Okay. And I'm lost in the cause of which platform, where do you come from? I'm not. Hold your horses. This is. Whoa. It's me. Fuck yeah. So. Oof. So much options. You get like kind of like confused with how to use it because it just stares you in the face like I am here, overwhelmed. Oof. Then it's just like, okay, where do we start? I don't know. I am now thinking, doing. Where did my brain go? Never lost your brain like in between thinking thoughts and just, oh god, what did my thought go? Let's just lost of all hope. I think we can do it from here though. This is the platform we are on, like Twitch is where we just take focus there. And then you can do that from that point. Beginning there, we have a point to start. I'm sure I'm gonna do all the settings though, like this is boring territory to do it like on our streams. We're gonna do it for a little more. Let's see. where the threshold goes out the window. That is all. And in that sense, I'm also like holding off time. Like I'm setting off a day or two to actually just build from the scratch OBS into interfering with my Streamlabs, because Streamlabs is a subpar in case of actually OBS actually claims less from your computer. Yeah, I have overclocked my computer. It's a good place, but yeah, you want to optimize, won't you? So yeah, that regard, where do we go to find that? I don't need analytics. That's not necessary now. Nothing of it. That could be later. Maybe it's here. I have no clue. That's a good point to start, though. If you don't know anything at all, you are at starting point. That's when you actually don't know anything and actually can learn. So that capacity, you never start learning before you're actually at the zero of what the fuck is going on. You just start to like adhere to it in like your own pace. You can never do it in like others' pace. You have to do it on your own ways. Like that, I learned from being like totally met with school in a system that was just useless to the way I had to learn. But then top student in university because I could do it on my own turf. So that's the way it is now. You got to do it on your own terms. You do it on your own terms. You don't need to actually work so hard that you don't even learn anything at all. You can do everything just from your point of view. Just, this is what I am best doing shit. Like testing things. Now I think we're coming close to the way that we know what the fuck is going on. I have no clue. That's a good starting point though, but yeah. Maybe I should just do something next time. That is an ADHD. Hell, do I really want to start this? 40 minutes is like the flow state that you need 40 minutes to enter flow state. It's just starting things when you have ADHD and it's like, do I want to do this? Is where you need to either choose to adhere to it or just lose it. Go through it or whatever that flow state comes to. Either hyperfocus, nothingness, or ending in... Where did I go? It's just sometimes a mess, but yeah. It can also be like the best fucking tool you can have if you just forget about everything. That's you. But that's like hyperfocus surgery. You can never plan on that. And now it's in like, oh, fuck this shit. Now it has a frame state that is not... I didn't choose that. God damn it. That was wrong. I'm getting kind of angry on all these like sources. That is not the best place. We can use the screen source instead and that will actually stay in one place. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Let's start there. Maybe. And I'm just choosing this for, let's say, 10 minutes more. That's that the threshold. Like 5 minutes maybe. Then I have no clue of time. So yeah. That is Hellfire. Actually, I'm a very slow reader. Like I have to go slow to read anything at all. Like that is why I actually did good in university, because I could read it in my pace, but that took a lot more way to actually sit there and study, but I could do it in my own way. And at that time, I actually used to like just meditate with it. I was usually just meditating when I was just reading books and scratching things in the books, and that was okay. I could even learn the most weird subject and it would be just fun because I could just do it on my own. The pens and colors and all that I was just scribbling in the books that I was reading. Multitasking it, like I can't multitask at all. But this shit is a weird place where it just does itself, but it doesn't do anything at all. And that's all. Like, I think that is nothing more, but I need to do this in a clean slate without actually having boredom in my mind. We're still chasing time and stuff. But I'm gonna implement, of course, all of these shit things that is just messed up at my focal point. Fuck up. Ah! Holy hell, let's get a lot more cluttered than I wanted to. But yeah, that is where you actually have to just... Where the fuck do I do this from? Where do we start? Where does it stop? Where is it now? Where am I going? I'm walking through the desert, blah, 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 blah. What the fuck? Let's just find something fun. Because that got existentially like... I met with a threshold of boredom, and I'm not even in I'm not in the chief seat of entertaining me when I'm just like geeking out. That is not like entertainment. That's just stuff does itself, or it doesn't. And boredom is where I was like, that is existential hell. I would rather die a horrible death immediately, like in a span of like, this is it. That isn't like dragging on to eat you alive forever. Like boredom is just chipping at you in a slow pace that I can't. I just, if you do that and you're just like, I'm gonna give up this, and you're just like bored at it, then you actually enter into like creative. This is it. This is boring. I can't do this anymore. And then it just spouts out a stupid thought and it enters into disorienting distractions. So it kind of does itself. At that point, what the fuck? Do we want to play this game anymore? Because I kind of want to play like one of those other games, like Darkwood. Was that? We didn't do that yesterday because of the keyboard. Yeah, I like to use a controller, but it's not like I'm like this. Like nails is just the only thing that makes it harder, like practically hard to use a keyboard. Same time, it's my own choice. Like aesthetically inclined to just have it harder to do the most basic things. Darkwood. Let's just try it. I don't know. It's a long time since I did this game, saw the game, because I haven't played it, and then it comes with a new game soon. But this is like a brutal game. That is all I remember. And I wish I could just use, like, for some capacity I can use. What the fuck? That is beautiful music. So let's just get lost in some more other sorts. Gamepad. It has gamepad. Like, what the fuck did it fuck up yesterday? Properly. It always does. The forgiving mode. When dying, you drop part of your equipment. Do not skip the prologue. Okay, this is optional. Enables additional cool, but immersion breaking. No, we don't want immersion breaking right now. No. That is... Oof. Let's just start something that is just... Let's... The one thing at a time. Like that. So I have to like... mess up myself. My own time like that is so boring. It can't be entertaining. Let's do something with the wild day that is actually... Time can be used to something more than just like ticking in the background. And boredom. Prologue. Is everything working? I have no clue. Because now it kind of fucks it up. I see hatred and fear in their eyes. In the eyes. No, ChatGPT is always nice. Oh, to read. Fuck. Damn. Mental checkup. Focal point. As I wear this. If I wear the source of all mystery plaguing this land, yeah, because it has to be do with plague, I think. Yeah. I have nowhere to hide from them, nowhere to run. The woods are closed off in the outside world. I don't know is the sound too loud? We are all doomed! Yeah. I think it is loud. Is it balanced? I have no clue. Am I? No. Medical notes. Let's just first of all go here and then can we like scooch it in a bit, because that was kind of like it was macroed into macro and we need micro. Like we need can we zoom in please? I hope so. Is this all? Please no. That's not good. Oh Lord. It doesn't let us. Yeah. But yeah, okay. What? Medical. I know these notes by heart. I don't want to read them now. Cool. Can you tell me them? Dismantling this now would be suicide. I feel that is like what I have to do to go through the processes, platforms, and controlling that shit. Let's make everything like have a reset button here, because I don't think anything works. Let's reset shit. As it actually doesn't seem to work properly. See what all falls to shit. Dear